Hey y'all, it's Nash. I'm just checking in for a quick 1 year post-op video. I missed my date a little bit. It was August 19th. Today is September 7th, 2015. And I missed making the video because I was in the midst of moving. So if you can tell, the background is quite different than it has been in the past. And I am now in Oakland, California. I moved down from Portland almost a week ago now on the first. Got here on the second and have been just whirlwind moving in and going to box stores and getting what we need and getting the boxes unloaded, and drove a massive U-Haul down the coast, and it's been pretty surreal. I'm excited to be in a new city, a little overwhelmed at times as well, and missing my friends dearly in Portland, and trying to focus on what's really exciting about this move and not what's like sad or scary or anxiety provoking. But anyway, I had just a quick second to do an update. I don't have long, but I wanted to do a little update on my chest. I actually am, now that I'm in the Bay, feeling like I could go maybe even check in with Dr. Crane and say what's up and have him check out my chest a little bit. But this is where I'm at, 1 year post-op with Dr. Crane in the Bay Area, San Rafael, California. It's just north of San Francisco, real close by, pretty much San Fran. And so, yeah, let's see. Give you a little close-up. The color has faded quite significantly here, which is great, and I really like that. And then on the sides as well, not so bad here. But as you can see, it's like quite dark and a little bit spread, like right in this area. And then here too, but this is definitely the darkest part here. My nipples are still a bit multicolored. You can see it's lighter colored in the middle here and then dark on the outside. And then I've lost some coloring here where it looks like it just kind of dips in. There's a nipple there, but it's lost its coloring. So it's kind of an odd shape for sure. This one has a little outie thing. This one does not, and that's been the case since day one. So I don't have any hope that there will be an outie thing. There's a tiny little kind of dot here, but it's minuscule and it's not really and then this one's quite big. So I'd say my nipples are fine. I like the placement, I like the size of them. I've seen some variation in placement and size with other folks, and I am happy with that around mine. But the discoloration, I think I'm going to look into surgical tattooing to see if I can kind of even some of that out. And then the shape of this one is a little odd. It's kind of got this little thing that kind of comes up, and it's a little higher. Like if I like flex, you can see how this one kind of comes down here, and this one stays kind of on the surface. So at times they look incredibly uneven, which is a little bothersome, but it's like, you could be nitpicky, but I feel amazing. It's the best decision of my entire life. And I think that they healed up really well compared to some other chests I've seen. I'm very happy with mine. I feel like it's pretty ideal. So, there are like these little things, but they don't bother me. They don't stick with me. I don't think of them on the daily. When I look at my chest, I'm very pleased with what I see. Starting to navigate what it's like to have scars in public that people are curious about, that maybe seem really severe to people. I've only been confronted by one person in public who was like, "What the hell happened to you?" And just kind of brushed it to the side and continued our conversation in a more boundary appropriate way. But yeah, I love my chest. I'm so happy that I got this done, and I feel so fortunate. And honestly, I can't even hardly remember what it was like pre-op. I came across a picture that I had taken some pre-op photos, and while I do remember that, it was like kind of shocking to me, and that chest looked very foreign, though I lived the majority of my life with it. So yeah. I don't have a whole lot of other updates. This pec is clearly much more developed than this one, and I feared for a bit that it was something having to do with my surgery, that my pectoral, kind of my inner pec, was not developing. And I had read that some people lose, that if the muscle gets cut into, you can't build muscle in the same way. And I was really worried about being lopsided for the rest of my life and not being able to build this muscle up. But I think it's more of that it was really weak, like incredibly weak, and hadn't really ever been engaged before. And so I've been working really hard on kind of the mind-muscle connection, thinking about engaging it before I do any kind of push-ups or any kind of chest exercise, and really like focused on flexing it and starting to build the relationship between my mind and this muscle, being able to like control it a little more. And I've already seen significant results from doing that. So I think it's more of an issue of I'd never really engaged this chest muscle because it's my dominant arm. And so my arm takes the majority of whatever weight that I've lifted or anything like that, whereas this one has a weaker tricep on this side. And so it makes sense. And then I do things with, like, I notice I drive with this arm, and so this pec is engaged. I've been trying to drive with this arm, and my shoulders are very different, and so like in terms of their tension and where they're tense, I think it keeps me from engaging this. So I have high hopes that I'm going to be able to turn this around and actually develop this part of my muscle. I hope. Yeah, all right. So this is me 1 year post-op, looking pretty damn good. My circulation's not great, so the color is a little darker than I'd like it to be. Like if I massage it, let's see if I can show that on film. If I massage it, the color gets a lot lighter, pretty significantly. You can't really tell now, it just looks like red in there. But in real life, they actually look much redder on this camera than they do in real life as well. Let's see if this might look better. Oh yeah, and there's this little thing. This is like this little bump where apparently they like put the skin and kind of fold it up in the suture. I had one on this side and it went away through massage. This one got infected and it stuck around. It's getting smaller and smaller, but it's still definitely there. But I have hope that I can get that moving. I think it's just scar tissue that I can work out. All right. Let me know if you have any questions. If you're looking to go to Dr. Crane or just looking into top surgery and are interested in anything and have any questions for me, let me know. Otherwise, compare and contrast. You know, this is what I look like when you're post-op. Can't believe it was a year ago that I was down here getting surgery, and now I live here. Life, surreal sometimes. All right. Take care for now, and I will see you all later. Sorry for the lack of updates all the time. I'm going to work on that. I have far fewer friends down here in the Bay, so I guess I'll have a lot more time for making videos. All right. Peace.